bear mace. About 35 people had to be treated for eye and breathing issues. Police say some even went to the hospital after taking direct hits in the face. Part of them all had to be evacuated. The suspect got away in a taxi, but investigators are working to track him down. Once they do, they say he'll face dozens of felony charges. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Sports Illustrated ventured outside the box for its new swimsuit issue. Megan Thee Stallion is one of 3 cover stars for the 2021 issue. She's the second musician ever to get the gig. Beyonce was first in 2007. Megan's featured in a nude zippered bikini from her own Fashion Nova swimwear collection. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
WPTV's First Alert Weather on WPSL is brought to you by Seacoast Air Conditioning. Now with a look at our forecast, here's meteorologist Katya Hall.
This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, feels like temperatures in the triple digits. Sunshine towards the coast with showers and storms developing mainly inland. Tonight, lows in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 60% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Unsettled weather continues through the middle of the work week with highs in the low 90s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall for WPSL 1590, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
At Seacoast Air Conditioning, they believe in 3 basic fundamentals: answer the phone, show up on time, and fix the problem right the first time. Seacoast Air, family owned and operated since 1982, waiting to answer your call 24/7.
Comfort crisis, don't roast, call Seacoast.
It's the second half of the 2021 season. The Marlins visit Washington Monday through Wednesday, while the Padres come calling for 4 games over the weekend on WSTU. The Mets host Toronto Saturday night and Sunday afternoon on WPSL. It's Christmas in July with the St. Lucie Mets Friday at 6:10 on WPSL with Adam McDonald. Major League Baseball is brought to you by the Indian River State College Athletic Department, Seacoast Air Conditioning, Las Brisas Mexican Restaurant in Fort Pierce, Nice Air, Hoskins, Turco, Lloyd & Lloyd, St. Lucie Draft House, and Florida Blue.
Are you looking for your dream home? I am Eileen Simons, a licensed realtor with eXp Realty. My team and I can help you find your dream home on the Treasure Coast and beyond. I bring 20 plus years experience with the residential real estate market, helping both buyers and sellers achieve their dreams. Call or text me at 772-200-5105 or visit our website at mydreamhomeusa.com.
This is WPSL Port St. Lucie, the talk of the Treasure Coast.
You're listening to WSTU Stewart.
Opinions expressed are those of the show's host at WPSL or WSTU or eXp Realty. Any reproduction or reuse of this program without written consent, WPSL and WSTU is strictly prohibited. Now, welcome to My Dream Home Radio Show, your chance to find your dream home with Paula Brady and Eileen Simons.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Well, I got to tell you,
Very well.
one of my dreams was answered today.
Oh, awesome.
I had the pleasure of driving all the way up Federal Highway next to my dream car, which is a beautiful blue Porsche Carrera.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, I'm telling you.
That was my old era.
I
had
smiled
Porsches,
all
yes.
the way up Federal Highway.
I thought maybe you were going to say you came all the way up the highway without having a red light. That would have been my dream.
No, I know how to make that happen,
Oh,
but
okay,
that
good.
wasn't today. I didn't mind the lights because he was parked he
Next
was
to you.
sitting next to me. So it was like, oh, wow.
You know, during our Porsche era in Los Angeles, we sent our Porsche mechanic's son to the University of Michigan on a scholarship.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you certainly
Woohoo!
do have to have deep pockets,
Yes,
but
yeah,
that
yes.
is my all-time favorite car.
Oh,
My
it
dad
is?
always
So I
wanted
just
to.
had to say that
Mine
this morning.
too.
He
Mine
always
too.
wanted a Jaguar. My mom wouldn't let him because of the cost of the repairs. I was like, no, you
Well,
don't
and
need
we
that car.
we used to laugh about Jaguars, and the
Jaguar.
old line was you
Jaguar.
better marry your mechanic.
Yeah, there you go.
because you're going to be seeing them a lot. It's a British car, and they don't run. Oh,
Pretty though.
they look good.
Yeah.
They just don't run. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That
so,
would have been fun.
so how's your week?
Good so far. Busy, 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 busy.
Busy?
Yes.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
Buyers are shopping. So if you're thinking about listing your home, don't wait. We can help you now because buyers are shopping, even though it's summertime.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We want to invite anybody who has questions today to call us. 772-340-1590 is the phone number here at the show. So give us a call if you have any real estate related questions. If you want to reach us for real estate private information, you can do that by texting or calling 772-200-5105. Our email is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com, or you can also do your own private search on our website, which is www.mydreamhomeusa.com. We're always here to help buyers and sellers. I like to say, no house is too big, no house is too small. We can sell them all.
There you go. That's
There
right.
you go.
That's right.
Open houses in person.
Oh yeah.
They are doing open
real
houses in
life?
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
I mean, there are still, the recommendations from
Mm.
Florida realtors are still out there. So sometimes we do see where they still want masks. And like I did a showing last week, we even had to we either had to take our shoes off or put those
Booties.
covers on our shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
And wear
booties.
masks. Yes.
Whoa.
So there are still some people requiring that,
Well,
but
Yeah.
The cases are coming back again. That's
yeah, you
crazy.
just,
You never know.
yes.
Yeah.
What I've
So-
heard this week about people not getting vaccinated is, I think this is going to be around for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. If they don't get vaccinated, it will.
Yeah. Well, even so, we get vaccinated every year for the flu and it still comes back. So,
Sure. Come on.
or at
It's,
least I
you know.
did.
Yeah.
for
The
many
funny
years.
thing is the flu was pretty much non-existent this year. Isn't that this past
Yeah,
year?
it
Isn't that
disappeared.
amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And I'll bet you that our country is a lot cleaner than it used to be.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I'm still in the habit of using sanitizer when I get back in my car, my hand sanitizer. It's just kind of a
Well,
ingrained habit now.
we
but-
had a new little wrinkle. Carol and I were in Publix, and we've got the green recyclable Publix bags.
Bags,
So we had those, and one of the assistant managers came by with two like mini Publix sanitizers, and they said, "Well, thank you very much for bringing the bags back because you couldn't use those, when
for
we
a
were
while.
during the
Yeah.
pandemic."
Right.
And we thought, wow, this is really cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
It was nice.
I always have those things in my car. I forget to take them in. That's the
Well,
worst
or
part.
the
leave them
bags?
in your
Yeah.
car. Oh, you mean
I
the
have them in my
bags.
car and
You
then I
mean the
still
bags,
forget.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do too. I'm sure.
It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. I've stopped myself a few times and gone back to the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
I don't
get
realize
them.
I've forgotten them until I get in there and start putting things in the cart. And I go, oh, the bags. But one of these days I'll try to get in the habit of taking them in with me.
So now, have you noticed a massive drop off in summertime, or is this thing
No,
cranking along?
Not
A
at all.
massive drop off?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean, showings are down a little bit, but there are still plenty of buyers that are looking.
Good.
Yeah.
Inventory is still low. Inventory is still low. We still need more houses to sell, more houses and condos to sell because there are more buyers than there are available
Right.
properties.
There were
Sure.
open houses this weekend, a couple that I took a gentleman to, and not as big of crowds, but still many people there, many more than what you
Yep.
would think.
Still
So,
multiple offer situations.
Well,
Yeah.
and you look at the situations with FedEx moving to Tradition, The A company, of course, we can't mention their name because it's not public yet, opening up 2 distribution centers, not 1, but 2.
Wow.
One by Midway and then 1 in Tradition. And so,
And actually, I pass by their vehicles every week when I leave here.
yes, you do. Yes. Yeah, they're all over the
That
place.
used to be an empty parking lot. It isn't anymore.
Well, if you go up to Kings Highway,
Yep.
from here, their mini distribution area, because they can't really develop it much, is in the Kings Highway business park.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
That's-
yeah.
wow.
So yeah, and that's all they could get, a couple of years ago, and and of course they're going to be building. But you're talking, wow, that's going to be 25,000, maybe 30, 40,000 jobs.
That's awesome. That's
That's
We
a
definitely-
need
lot of
that. The
business.
way we're growing, we need that.
yeah,
A lot of
that's
business for you.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
It's good for the area. A lot of people
Yes.
need that. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
So we have a great guest today, but I have one more thing I want to bring up before we introduce our guest. I thought this was a really great article. And the title of it is, this was published by the National Association of Realtors last week. The title of this article is States Leading the Way in Minority Homeownership. And if you take a look at the stats that are on this article, and I'm happy to send it to anybody that wants to see it, Florida is number 3 on the
Whoa.
list.
That's awesome.
Texas is got to
Nope.
be up there. No?
Maryland is first.
Really?
Yeah, because it's what they did is they based it on a lot of different things. They based it on medium household income, on the unemployment rate, on the total home ownership rate, and the number of first-time home buyer grant programs. So when they use all of those statistics, Florida comes out number 3 on this list.
Yeah. Well,
That's still big though.
Baltimore-
Oh, absolutely.
Baltimore would be very big in the grant stuff. So,
Yeah.
Well, and
yeah.
Baltimore's, I think the reason that Maryland is up there on the top is because their median household income for these statistics is almost twice what it is in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
So
Well,
Maryland is first, New Hampshire second, Florida is number 3. So I was very proud of that. And Florida is among the states that have the highest number of homeowner grant and loan programs for first-time home buyers.
All right.
That's
Yes.
fantastic. Yeah.
That's good. Where's Hawaii? Oh,
Yeah, not on here.
yeah. Gee, what a surprise.
I read an article recently that Hawaii is trying to limit the number of visitors because the beaches are being overrun and the people who live there are not happy. So
Well,
they're-
I know another area that's like that too. I mean, when you live in paradise,
yeah,
it's
you got to
just,
share, or
you
they don't
know,
want to.
you're gonna be
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's not a lot you can do about that.
Yeah, the
That's true.
Canucks don't like the
And-
Howleys that much.
And don't pray that the weather shifts that much, because then we might as well be someplace else where it's not so pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
We can move to Guam.
Actually, I
Okay.
almost lived in Guam once.
Well, so did we. We almost got a job in television in Guam.
yeah,
Oh my. Yeah.
but fortunately, I didn't go because the very next year that we were discussing my going there to go to school, so my cousin could come here to school, they had a hurricane that wiped the place out just about.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't go.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
But anyway,
Crazy.
we have a good spot. This is one of the best places to live, I think.
Yep. So you're looking for to grow your team, I take it?
We are growing our team, yes. And we're also looking for sponsors for this show.
Yeah.
So if you like this show and you want it to be able to continue and you want to be able to participate, you can either call the radio station 772-340-1590, or you can call or text us at 772-200-5105. You'd be surprised at how affordable your sponsorship can be.
So if you're a lender, if you're a home inspector, if you're an insurance company,
Mm-hmm.
give
Anybody
us a
who
buzz.
works with the real estate industry is welcome to
Sure.
Be a sponsor.
welcome to apply as a sponsor.
Right.
Sounds good. Okay.
Great. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to introduce our very special guest today. We really appreciate her taking time from her busy schedule. We have Jacqueline Brock. She is the production manager for Prime Lending, and we cordially call her Jackie. So Jackie, good morning. Thank you for
Hi.
participating with us. We really appreciate your time here.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
So before we get started, can you tell us where Prime Lending is and what your area that you cover is?
Well, we are located in Stewart. We're right on Federal Highway, 729 Federal Highway, in one of those glass buildings, the
Yeah,
Morgan
very
Stanley
easy
building.
location.
And we are actually a national mortgage banker. So we do cover the entire United States. And out of our office, we're licensed in 42 states. So we can write mortgages in Stewart in many, many states. So I've been in the mortgage business for 34 years.
So being a mortgage banker means that you hold and service many of your loans, correct?
We do hold and service some. We have the ability to do that for sure. But it means that we can be a direct Fannie and Freddie lender, which we are, without a lot of overlays. And we also can act as a correspondent lender. So that means we have access to many other lenders out there, and we can use their programs, their rates, and use their products. And then within 90 days after the loan closes, that loan has to be sold to whatever lender. So it gives us access to a lot of other programs that we may not have ourselves. And we can also act as a mortgage broker. And we use those programs for the unusual circumstances, like maybe a foreign investor, someone who is just a day out of bankruptcy. We don't do a lot of those, but we do have access to them.
But you are a direct link for the customers into
Correct.
the money that's available, correct?
That is what I do.
Yay.
Great. That's excellent.
I got the money.
Yeah, that's what we
All
prefer.
right.
That's great.
My kind of girl.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not me personally, but I can get the
You know
money.
where to get it.
Yeah.
You know where
Yes.
to go to get it. And obviously, because you touched on the fact that you've been in the business for over 30 years now, correct? Did I hear
Yes, I
that?
started very young. I was like 5 or something.
Yes, I know. I know.
I was a
that's really-
mortgage genius.
Yeah, great. That's awesome.
So you obviously have plenty of years of experience behind you that give you the ability to know what to do in special circumstances.
That is true. And I think right now there's a lot of special circumstances. You know,
It
it
seems
has
like
a lot to
almost
do.
everyone is unique.
Yep. Everyone is unique. And that's, you know, all the time people are like, well, my neighbor got XYZ rate, but you don't know anything about your neighbor. Everything is really custom designed to the individual. Every program, every product out there, every interest rate.
That's good for people, though. They have so many options then, and it doesn't necessarily knock them out of the opportunity to own a home.
That's very true. And there's actually more options coming on the table now. You've been in the business a long time too. So you'll remember when the market crashed in 2007 and 8,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of the lenders pulled back and a lot of the programs went off the market. And of course, in COVID, that happened again. A lot of the programs were taken away, specifically jumbo loans. They didn't go away completely, but a lot of lenders left the market. And now we're seeing a lot more lenders are coming back in with more products. So it's very exciting for us.
Are they the same lenders or different ones?
Some of them are the same, coming back in, and then there's some new players. So it's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Now, do you, with the new ones that are coming in, are those people that you research to see their, I'm not sure exactly how to ask that question, but to see their viability and I'm not, I'm not sure exactly what I'm.
Well,
talking
Your
it,
Deep their pockets
qualifications?
are.
Yeah. How
we're,
credible they
we're
are.
a we're a very large corporation out of Dallas, Texas. And so we do have a whole department there that's always looking for new lenders, new investors that we can use as a company, either as a direct lender, as a correspondent, or as a mortgage company. So that's their job. That's all they do all the time. So
Right.
if we hear of a good lender, we can make a recommendation as a loan officer. And then they do the research and do their due diligence and bring them on board.
That's great. That's just, I was wondering.
Do you
Okay,
guys
thank
also do commercial properties, or is that out
We
of
do
your-
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not. No, we do not do, pretty much we do anything else. We just don't do commercial. That's a whole different animal. I
would
used to
think-
do commercial, but I don't anymore.
Yeah, I would think that's real volatile now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yes. So those commercial, I was thinking the other day, those commercial buildings sitting there, I could have a good suggestion for them to retrofit their buildings into affordable housing instead of having them sit empty.
Ooh.
That's exactly what I think should be done. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
think,
idea.
Yeah.
and
'cause,
shopping
we're so
centers
short-
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're so short on affordable housing that that would be a great use for those big facilities.
Wow.
Spaces, yeah.
Yep.
Well, legislators, if you're listening, that's a great idea. I like it.
I just want to take a minute to thank Jackie because she's filling in for Pete Lashenka, who is a friend of ours, a mortgage friend of ours, and he's been on the show before. And Pete wasn't available this morning, so Jackie was nice enough to fill in with him. You share a team together, right?
Yes, we are a team. Yes,
Yeah.
he's my team person.
Right. So I know that you wanted to talk today about delayed financing. What exactly does that mean?
Well, as you touched upon, one of the biggest problems that any home buyer has out there right now is that it's very competitive. It's very difficult for first-time home buyers, but I'm talking about the more established home buyer that is coming down maybe from up north somewhere and is looking to buy a home. And in a lot of these situations, as you're aware, they have to pay cash to be competitive. The sellers, a lot of the sellers out there don't even want to deal with financing, which is sad.
It's
And
sometimes in our MLS, it says, cash buyers only.
yes, absolutely. And I don't understand that on a lot of levels, because we're able to close a cash purchase in less than 30 days. And most cash purchases are going to take at least 3 weeks. So I don't understand, why they don't want to go that route, but maybe it's coming from the sellers. But anyway, delayed financing allows someone who really doesn't want to pay cash, because let's face it, you're getting a great rate of return right now in the market. It doesn't make any sense to me that people come down here and put, up to $500,000 into a house that they're also paying more than asking price for.
Oh, yes.
Just to get it. And so what delayed financing does, and there's very few lenders out there that do it, I don't know personally of any other lender, is it allows a home buyer to go in and pay cash, but then immediately turn around and get up to 80% of the cash back out. Normally, there's a seasoning requirement. When you purchase a home, you cannot refinance for 6 months. We can actually start a delayed financing application while they're in the process of buying this home. And then a day, a week, however soon after they close, we can actually give them up to 80% of their money back.
Wow.
Are there restrictions on the amount of the purchase for this kind of program?
It has to be conforming conventional. So up to the 584, 250 loan amount.
Okay.
And how
But
much
if
they can
somebody
take.
wanted a $200,000 house, they'd be able to use this program to purchase a $200,000 house also, right?
Right. They would have to pay cash,
Mhm.
and then we would go back in the same day if we can do it, but afterwards, if, depending on the time constraints, and get them up to 80% of their cash back out.
So they can take that cash and put it back into wherever they got it from.
Absolutely.
What a great program.
That's nice. Yeah. That is.
Yeah. I also wanted to partner that with the fact that we are licensed in all these other states. And we all know that a lot of people are coming here from other states and buying in Florida, whether it's a first or a second home. Sometimes it's a combination of getting them the cash. We can do a cash out refinance on a house in another state that they own so that they can pay cash for the house down here. So they can still meet that cash requirement down here. So it's another way to find the solution to having to pay cash for a house.
Now, do they have to have already sold their home up north, or it's
Doesn't
in
sound
the
like it.
process?
No, they could be keeping that house as a second house and creating a new primary down in Florida. We see that a lot, that, they want to go back up north in the summer,
Right.
but they want to basically live in Florida, 6 to 9 months out of the year. So we can do a cash out refinance on that house, give them the cash to pay cash on a house down here.
Boy, this sounds like unique custom financing.
Right.
This
Exactly.
is
Well,
very cool.
Therein lies what Jackie said earlier, that each situation is so unique nowadays. You really need to call her and talk to her about it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's amazing stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
We can be very creative.
Yeah, so many people, they have, what's the old saying? Cash poor and something.
I'm not sure.
I don't remember
House
the old
rich,
saying.
house rich and cash poor.
Poor.
Yeah.
There you go. But if they have equity built up in their home, then they could do something like this. Correct?
Absolutely. Yes. And people don't think, they get blinded by, oh my gosh, we have to pay cash. And they don't think about, where am I going to get the cash from? And when we're dealing with our clients, we see all of their finances, we see where they have their monies, or that they have all this equity in their house, and they don't even think about it. And a lot of times that's the cheapest way to get the money, because think about how low interest rates are right now.
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
Most people think they have to have already sold their home to have the cash to come down.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes a big difference. Yeah. That's interesting.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That opens up a lot of possibilities for a lot of people.
Yes, it does. And you can take it a step further too, not to get too complicated, but if they have a retirement account, they might be able to borrow against a retirement account. And if they are selling their house up north or whatever, be able to put the money back into their retirement account before they're penalized. And that's another way that they can pay cash. So we look at the whole situation and say, okay, is this a delayed financing situation? Can we get cash somewhere else, to be able to meet the incredibly busy market down here where cash seems to be king right now.
Right. Yes, it is.
Interest rates are great. So they should borrow the money.
But the good news also is that, yes, we are very busy in our market down here, but then there are many other areas of the country that are also very busy in their market, and those houses are selling quickly also. So that certainly would be a possibility, to be able to sell the house quickly and close on it and put that money back into wherever they took it out of.
Absolutely. That gives us a lot of flexibility in the fact that we can do business anywhere in the country.
That's
it really helps.
Yeah.
What do the credit scores have to be for, especially like the delayed financing and stuff?
It really depends on the program. I mean, most of the programs now, they want you to be around 640, which is, that's not that great. So
I was going to say it's a lot less than 700.
Yeah.
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends on the program, the product, whether it's their primary residence they're buying, if it's a second home, if it's an investment property, because you can do these on all those property types, but the loan to values will change, how much money they can get back out. So and the credit scores are going to change and things like that.
And the interest rates are going to change. That
and the interest
fluctuates
rates will
based on
change.
their total. When you look at all of their numbers, that can fluctuate.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, the credit score is probably the biggest impact on the interest rates for anybody.
Right. Okay. That's fabulous though. So many people don't realize that they can do what they want to do now.
Right.
So
So if you're out there listening to this program and you want to be able to contact Jackie at Prime Lending, what's the easiest way for them to contact you, Jackie?
Well, my office line is 772-324-5300. And then my cell phone, because I moved down here from Connecticut, is area code 203-824-4381. And my email is jbrock, BROCK, at primelending.com.
okay.
All easy ways to contact Jackie and ask her about any of these programs.
Let me just make sure I have your information correct. It's 772-324-5200.
5300.
300. Okay, thank you. I misheard then. And your cell phone is 203-824-4381.
Correct.
Okay. And then jbrock at primelending.com.
Correct.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so before we let you go, let's talk about renovation loans. What are options for renovation loans?
Well, I think the other thing that's going on right now, because of the lack of inventory, is that people are having to compromise on the homes that are out there, that maybe it's not absolutely the most perfect home. And there are some properties out there that have not been renovated or updated in a long time. So one of the things that we also do extremely well is renovation purchases. So if you have a buyer that's looking at property, and let's say the house is, pretty much everything that they want, but they really, really wanted a pool, we can actually do a purchase renovation where they can roll in the cost of a pool at the time that they purchase the home. They need to get their pool contractor, they get, their plans and specs and all that. And let's say it adds, $60,000 to the purchase price of the home. We will appraise the home as if the pool was already in there, and we lend against the appraised value. So a pool's probably not going to add $60,000 worth of value, except to the person who really wants the pool, but it's not going to add it in numbers. But if they're a first-time home buyer, we will actually lend up to 97% of that value that the appraiser gives it with the pool. And if they're not a first-time home buyer, we will let them finance up to 95%. So they can actually purchase a home. As soon as they close, they can start putting in the pool and finance it, basically a good chunk of it, over 30 years. And we could do the same program for anything. So if they hate the kitchen, they want to redo the bathrooms, they want to rip up the floors, same thing. They get their plans and specs, we appraise it as if the work has already been completed, and we lend against that finished value.
Wow, that's excellent.
Now, is this always, it reminds me of an FHA program, but are you talking about conventional financing?
I'm talking about conventional financing. You're thinking the 203K, which we have that as well. I can honestly say in my 34 plus years, I've only done one 203K full loan, because they're very much controlled by
I was going to say it's
FHA.
very cumbersome. I've had buyers try to do that.
Extremely cumbersome. The only time I've used it in Florida is the 203K Streamline, which will go up to 35,000. And I used it once down here for someone that had poor credit, but the house needed a new roof. There was no way they were going to get financing without it. And that would still be the case down here, that I would use the Streamline because it's less cumbersome. But we have about 16 different renovation products. So again, we can customize the product to whatever it is that the consumer is trying to accomplish.
Yeah, that's a lot to choose from.
It's amazing. People don't know they have that to choose from, I don't think.
Well, now they do.
Now they
Hopefully
do.
now they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Okay, and we are running so long on time. I want to make sure that we don't take up too much of your day. I just want to say thank you so much, Jackie. And before we let you go, we're going to give your contact information one more time. But is there any one message you want to leave with our listeners today?
Yes, get pre-approved. Before you go out and look for a home, make sure you have a really solid pre-approval. And it does mean that you have to provide all the documentation that the lender's asking for, your tax returns, your pay stubs, W-2s, bank statements.
It's all part
you-
of the process.
It's all part of the process. And if you don't have a good pre-approval, you may win the bid, but then it turns out that you're disappointed because you
Right.
didn't do the groundwork in the beginning. And we see that a lot with people that a realtor calls and says, you know, they thought that they were pre-approved, but it ended up that they really weren't. So I think that that's really, really important, no matter whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced home buyer.
Yes.
It takes a lot of the stress out of the whole situation if you know you're already ready to go. So that's
Yes.
a good way to do it.
That's a difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval. You actually go through the approval process with them and make sure that everything is in place so that they do have that good, solid pre-approval that they can go ahead and make their purchase with.
Yes, and we run it through Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, and that gives us an approve eligible, which tells us that we can sell that loan after it closes. And as a lender, that's what we want. So
Do you serve the entire Treasure Coast?
I serve the entire 42 states that I'm licensed in.
So I would say that's a yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I'd say
that's a yes.
affirmative.
That's a big yes.
Yeah.
Yes, anywhere you'd like to go, the entire state of Florida and beyond.
How about Alaska?
Is that-
We are licensed in Alaska, but
There you go.
But I would have to look to see if my office is. I have a list of all the states. There are some offices that you have to have individual licenses with that state.
right.
And if we don't do a lot of business in it, it's not worth the cost or the education that I have to do
Oh, sure.
to get licensed. But if anybody said, hey, I'm moving to Alaska and I'm going to give you a ton of business and I wasn't licensed there, I would go get the license.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
that's cool. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Jackie. It's been wonderful information, and give us your contact information one more time before we let you go.
All right, my office line is 772-324-5300. My cell phone, which you can always get me on, is 203-824-4381. And my email is jbrock, BROCK, @primelending.com.
Excellent.
Wonderful. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for your
much.
time, Jackie. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thank
Very
you. It was
good
really
enough.
fun.
Yeah.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Much success.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wow. The delayed financing, I've never heard of before.
No, that's super for people to know all that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
I've
Cool.
heard of creative things going on, but she has access to so much that it's just amazing. She pretty much can find a way to make it fit for you.
Right. Make it happen.
Boy, that sounds great. Yeah.
Yep. So what is this one we're talking about? In our ongoing process of what's required to be a real estate agent. Remember, we started talking about this a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah. I just got my license, by the way.
Actually,
for you.
I think it was over the 4th of July show that we started talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
this was an interesting article that Greg sent to me, actually, because somebody sent to him. And it says 2021's best places to be a real estate agent. Florida's not on the list.
There's a lot of competition.
Oops.
Yeah.
There are several states that are on the list, and I have a list of 20 different towns here within several different states. So if you're interested in this list, just let us know, and I'll be happy to forward it on to you. The number 1 city is Seattle, Washington.
Really?
Yes. And the number 20 is Irvine, California.
Wow.
Hmm.
High-end homes.
Yep.
Yeah. Orange County. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are
Probably a lot
not
of
all
competition.
on the West Coast. Some of them are in, like Huntsville, Alabama is on here,
The space program is there.
you
Yep,
know.
Yep.
There is both Portlands are on here, Portland, Maine, Portland, Oregon.
Wow. Either side of the country.
The
Yep.
Rose
Yeah.
City on the West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
Are
if
the
anybody's
Dakotas in there?
interested, what?
Are
The Dakotas? The Dakotas are not in here. Billings, Montana.
Montana is, yeah.
Aha.
You sell those big ranches out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Boston, Massachusetts. I'm
Ted.
surprised about that one.
Yep.
That's a big one. Huh.
Oh, well, there's some beautiful places there.
In there. I've never been there, but
Oh, the
I've
old
heard it's very
brownstones.
It's
Oh,
been
Yeah.
so many years. I was a kid the last time I was in Boston. So
you still are a kid.
oh, thank
Come
you.
on.
Okay, a kid at heart. I'll settle for, but yeah. Boston is the first place that I ever encountered a pull chain toilet, and I had no idea what it was.
What do you do with this?
I know.
How does this work? Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Hopefully
That's
they
how long
replaced a
ago
lot
it's
of
been.
those.
Was it inside or outside the
No, it
building?
was inside.
Oh, okay. I
Downtown in a big department store.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
think there was any chains or flushes outside.
Oh, God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shoot. Anyway,
Oh,
you know,
my.
I digress.
We all did there for a moment. but-
Yeah. So one other important information I have, which kind of goes along with our guest today from Prime Lending, Jackie Brock. There's a fly in here that's making me crazy. Anyway, this article is called "Consumers Still Overestimate Down Payment Requirements." So what this article says is that the majority of consumers continue to mistakenly believe they need 20% down. I will preface this by saying that the more you put down, the better interest rate you're going to get.
That makes sense.
Okay. So yes, you can put down less, but the more you put down on a property, the better interest rate you're going to get. And that interest rate accumulates over a 30-year period for your mortgage or a 15-year period for your mortgage, whichever one you are using.
Yeah, I remember talking to somebody who put 5% down and they were complaining that they had an 8% mortgage.
Well, gee.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
The truth is the average down payment among all buyers is just 12%.
Now, I would think that's pretty high.
And
Yeah.
this is a new article. This just came out July 12th, so it is pretty much current information. According to the National Association of Realtors data, younger buyers tend to put down the least. For example,
Yeah.
those between ages of 22 and 30 put down an average of 6%. Those between the ages of 31 and 40 make an average of 10% in their down payment.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Financial experts often say a 20% down payment is ideal because it helps borrowers qualify for a mortgage and avoid the extra costs of private mortgage insurance.
Yeah.
So that's
There you
another
go. Yeah.
consideration
Yeah.
that people don't think about.
Yeah.
Because that's added into your mortgage
Right.
payment.
If
yeah.
you don't have
Oh,
20% equity, and if you have a mortgage right now and you are paying on that mortgage and you have private mortgage insurance, when you get to 20% equity in your home, which a lot of people don't realize how much their equity has increased over the last year with market prices going up so much. When you get to that 20% of equity, you can request that private mortgage on most programs that I'm familiar with, you can request that private mortgage insurance be eliminated.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
It would make it a lot more comfortable on your mortgage payment when you can do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could apply all that extra money that you're paying every month to your principal.
Your principal, right?
Yep.
It'll go down faster that
Right.
way.
So I want to make sure that we get through some of the current active listings on the market before we run out of time today. So Paula, what do you have for us?
Well, we have a few things. First, Port St. Lucie will start. I know there's a Palm City as well. A couple things. We have a 2-2 condo in Port St. Lucie, 1444 square feet, which is a pretty decent size
For a 2-2, it
2-2.
absolutely
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And it says that it's an N unit. They call it an N unit townhome that features tile floors throughout, large open floor plan, and a screen balcony overlooking the interior canal. So it sounds like a real nice, calm place to live.
And no neighbors on one side.
There you go. Exactly. And
Which gives you, and a condo generally gives you windows on the side, which if you
Nice
were
and
an
light.
interior unit, you wouldn't have those windows.
Right.
So that's
Mhm,
great.
mhm.
so the asking price for this condo is 159.9, which is pretty good price for
Whoa.
that
Yep,
size.
it is.
Yeah.
I'll pack my bags.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Ready to move. And then we have a single family detached home. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, so it's good size house, 2,500 square feet, living square feet, and 3,333 total square feet. So if 3's your number, this one's for you. Very nice home. It's immaculate 432 split floor plan that features a large gourmet kitchen, custom pantry, plantation shutters, crown molding, all kinds of really nice features in the home. And they are asking $435,000 for that home.
And that one's in what city?
That
Port
is
St.
in Port
Lucie?
St. Lucie, and that does actually include a private pool as well.
Oh, great.
So you've got a really nice,
Nice big home.
to entertain. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I love plantation shutters. We
I do
have
I do
those in
too.
LA.
so nice.
Yeah.
You know, and this has been a guest of ours also in the past, which is very near and dear to my heart, is the Habitat for Humanity Restore of Martin County. They have brand new plantation shutters for sale. So if you're looking for a good bargain on plantation shutters, go and visit the Restore. They call it the Jensen Beach Restore. It is Habitat for Humanity of Martin County. I wish I knew the address. I don't know the address.
Yeah, they're right there on US 1 though.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very easy to
Yes.
find. Yeah.
They've I never
Brand
even
new
thought of that.
plantation shutters.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and then you find somebody to install
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
them if you're
So-
not handy.
right.
Right.
And
Wow.
and also the hurricane shutters, they've always got people coming in for the big, I don't know what, aluminum hurricane shutters. So you can find nice bargains there if you need something. If you've lost one or one's damaged or whatever, you can always replace it. So that's a nice thing to do. So then another single family detached home in Port St. Lucie. It's also a good size home, 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths, 2,123 square feet, living square feet, a total of 2,902 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
It's in a golf community, and it has a view of the pond and 2+ car garage, so you can put your golf cart in there as well.
And how much is this house?
They're asking 329,900. So
That's a good deal.
That's
that
a
house
real
won't
good
last.
deal.
Very
That
good
house
deal.
won't last long.
especially for that size, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
So very nice community in Port St. Lucie. Then we'll go back to, we'll go south to Palm City. There's a single family detached home that is probably a starter home for most people, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,031 living square feet. And it is a modern and clean coastal design, cozy and peaceful. So if you're looking to downsize or you're looking to just get started, it'd be a nice home to start. And then they're asking $310,000 for that one. So One more? Two
Mhm.
more? Okay.
Yep, we have
Back-
time.
Back to Port St. Lucie. That Port St. Lucie and one Fort Pierce. Maybe I'll give you that one first. Single family detached home in Fort Pierce, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,505 square feet, a total of 3,404 square feet. It's move-in ready with fresh paint and carpet, and they're asking $250,000 for that home. So
3,000 square feet.
3,000 total square
That's
feet.
great.
1,500. So they must have a nice large lanai and garage to make up that
Sure.
square footage. Then we're going to go back to Port St. Lucie. We have a single family detached home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 living square feet, 2,076 total square feet. It has it all. It has tile throughout, screened back patio, fully fenced yard, metal roof installed 5 years ago, and it has a pre-listing inspection, so you'll know all about the house before you buy.
And we've talked about those
Right.
before. I think they are excellent.
Way to go. So you know what's going on with your house before someone comes to
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are asking $300,000 for that home. So if you're interested in any of these properties, please give us a call. We'd love to talk to you and get you in to see them.
Do you have one more?
One more, if you want me. I didn't know if you were ready. For
Oh,
me
we
to
got
go on.
time.
Okay. One last home, single family detached home in Port St. Lucie. This would be another great starter home, or they advertise it as a vacation getaway. So you could even have a place up north and come back down here in the winter. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, living square feet, 872. So it's not a big house, but nice.
Cozy.
Yeah, cozy. 1,134 square feet total. So if you're interested in having a little getaway, give us a call. They're asking $209,900 for it. So pretty
Ooh,
decent.
Nice.
Yeah.
So our office is located inside the Florida Club. And just to let you know, there are homes available for sale in the Florida Club right now. So if you're interested in that area, we can certainly help you. You can stop by our office, which is Florida Club Homes, PA. Brokered by eXp Realty, and it's located at 9014 Southwest Old Royal Drive. You can also reach us by phone at 772-200-5105. Call or text to that number. Our email address is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com.
Good job.
I just stop and think about it. And our website, you can do a private search on there, or you can also contact us and ask us to set up a customized MLS search so that you have information very first, hot off the presses. And on our website, go to www.mydreamhomeusa.com.
How much are you seeing folks coming up from the Palm Beaches and
All the
Miami?
time.
All the time.
Yes.
Miami, especially. Yeah. the
Yes.
Miami area,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they don't like the traffic.
Yeah.
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 Traffic and crime and congestion.
Yeah.
Especially where our office is located, because we're so close to 95, we get a lot of people that come up.
And you're not behind the gates at the Florida.
No.
Club. You're-
Correct.
You're in
Yes.
the open part.
Right.
Yes, we are.
It's a public golf course community. So,
And our office is right next to the driving range.
so you can come in
So
without
it's
having
very
to.
easy access.
Right.
You could bring my clubs down.
There
No.
you go.
And our friend, Gary, she is an eXp Realty agent. She's covering our office on Monday mornings for us now.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, hi there.
So if you want to
Welcome
stop
aboard.
by, Gary's there to talk to you and help you.
Cool. That sounds great.
Yes.
Well, this has been informative. I still am amazed at all the financing options you have nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Things are easier for most people, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was shocked that the credit scores didn't have to be higher too.
Well, when you stop, it's not just the credit score. It's a combination of credit score and your
I guess credit limits and stuff like that. Too.
right,
Yeah,
and your income to expenses
Yes, yeah.
ratios. So it all goes into the combination of what you can qualify for.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So how do we get a hold of you again?
You get a hold of us by calling or texting 772-200-5105. I did want to put an invitation out there to anyone who wants to put a shout out for their beautiful community that they love so much. We're happy to feature their community on the show, so they can contact us about that. Our email is mydreamhometeam@yahoo.com. We are also at www.mydreamhomeusa.com.
All right. Have a good week.
You do the
Thanks,
same.
everybody
Thanks.
out there. You too.
Have a great day.
You've been listening to My Dream Home right here on WPSL, Port St. Lucie, WSTU, Stewart.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Facet Wealth.
I'm Steve Kathan. Will the COVID resurgence slow economic growth? That's the key question, and it has investors retreating. The Dow is down 780 points, more than 2%.